Hey, Jack Squad. How everybody doing on this marvelous Monday? Hope all is well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. You got to make it happen for yourself. Let me get my everything situated. Anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me turn my phone off. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And all of my social media stuff is down at the bottom, as well as my Cash App and my email. Okay, now, hey, y'all. Listen, I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going live today, this Monday, November the something. 14th. Is it Monday? Yeah, it's Monday. I don't know what day it is. What the date is, child. See, by me working, it's day the 14th. Working end of the week. I don't know what the date is sometimes. But anyway, y'all, today, I'm going to talk about something. I'm going to give my commentary on something. And it's really not a funny subject. We can make it funny, but it really ain't a funny subject, right? So over the weekend, I saw that Miss Latruth did a video, a live or something. It was a live, I think. And, well, didn't give me no water. And she said she wanted to address the trolls. Now, this is what always gets me. If you put your business out into the social media, internet streets, people are going to talk. That does not mean they're a troll. My understanding of troll is somebody that's always saying something. They don't have a face on they, most of the time they don't have a face. They make fake accounts or something like that, right? And then they saying all kind of stuff. If you just commenting on what you're talking about, that's not a troll. Not in my opinion. That's just, you just commenting on whatever you put out there into the universe, right? So I said, well, let me see. You know, my sister told me earlier, she was like, I'm so sick of her. But you know, I didn't get into it, right? Well, later on, as I was perusing the social media streets, turned right, and there she was, right? So she said, let me address the troll. So I had a little time. I said, well, let me see what she's talking about. What did happen? What they saying? What's going on? What? Right? So she was saying, now I got to say this before I even get started. Listen, I see a lot of comments from different bloggers and stuff that they think that they were fake and they was doing this for likes and views and clicks and subscribers and all that. I personally don't really believe that now. I didn't really believe it in the first because I watched her body language, right? Now, from the last time I saw her on the steps with the husband, she looked about suicidal, right? She couldn't hardly hold her head up and talking real low and geesh, right? Now, I don't want to be around that kind of energy. If this is my man and he said, come on, babe, we done made up. That ain't gonna be the energy. I told y'all that before, because I'm gonna be like, I'm with my boo, it's going down. I ain't gonna be, she was head down, just slinking all into the steps. So that made me think, is he pressuring her to do this? Is he pressuring her to do this, right? Well, because like I said, I wasn't hip to these people till recently. I had been watching him on Facebook. His name was Robert Hampton. He was the guy with the stomach cancer. I was concerned. I was like, oh, wow, watching his journey. Didn't know nothing about, he had a wife and a YouTube. I didn't know nothing about all that stuff. This dude was a dude that was sick, and he had stomach cancer, and he was showing everybody. You know, he was recording his journey, right? Child, so when I go on her page, now I have since went on a couple of her pages. She's very lively, very upbeat. So what we saw on the steps is not her personality. Y'all may know him, and you know, I didn't know. So I'm seeing that that's not her personality. You know, some people are quiet. You know, I got a best friend that's quiet. I got my daughter is quiet. Some people just, they cool back here. They cool, right? Don't even try to bring them up there. They don't, they back here, right? So I'm thinking maybe that's who she is. You know, he has a very big personality. And sometimes people I know for a fact two people with big personalities don't really mesh. Not really. So I'm thinking maybe she's the calm, quiet one. He's the big one, right? Well, when I watch her videos, she's a very pretty girl, by the way. When I watch her videos, she's very upbeat and lively. So I said, that wasn't really her. That was real. That was real. Now, if they lying and tricking and do, I don't know. But to me, that looked like raw, real emotion that I saw from her. So I said, okay. This is a different her. So I thought she was going to say, listen, I'm with my man. Because that's what I would say. Y'all, first of all, when you're on social media, you got to be prepared for the backlash and all the everything that's coming your way, right? But I thought she was going to say, listen, y'all, I'm with my boo. I'm with my man. Y'all can talk all y'all want. It ain't going to change nothing. I'm with this ninja, right? That's what I thought it was going to be about. So let me see what's up. Yeah, girl, tell the peoples. But she said, we're not together. We are not together. I am moving forward with a divorce. Huh? What? So I said, now wait a minute. I had just saw him post a video of them dancing together. Evidently, this was an old video because she addressed that, not that particularly, but she said, don't look at what he putting up and this and that. And so I took a little time because I had a little time yesterday. I was off. And I saw that video down the timeline later on, I don't know if it was his or her post. I think it was his, right? I said, oh, he's playing the Jedi mind trick with us. He wants us to think that they're together. So she was saying that in jest, that he's not happy with the way she's being elevated. That's all. Let me tell y'all something. That is always a problem with a narcissistic man. I can't tell you about a narcissistic woman. I ain't never been with one. But that's always a problem. And when I'm watching these people on social media, in the news, so on and so forth, it just burns my soul that I was with a narcissist and did not know. I just thought he was crazy. And then I thought he was demonic because some stuff he did didn't make any sense, right? I survived that. Not even know I was surviving something, right? I just knew it wasn't right. But she said that she's always supported him. She's always been by his side, so on and so forth. He has not been doing the same. Boom. That's when I said, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. People in general, some people in general, whether it's man, woman, same sex, whatever, if they're used to you being under them in their mind, beneath them, when you start to elevate, it does something to them. They can't get right. They can't get right, right? I've seen this before in life. And when I first saw it, it was by a close family member. And I was young. I didn't quite understand if this is what I'm seeing. No, right? But I've learned through the years that if you've been here in their minds, and then you come up here and go here, they have a problem with it. When in my life, in my reality, in my world, everybody live and let live. Do your thing. If you happen to surpass me, fine. I ain't in no race. It's hard to keep up. It's hard for me to keep up with me. Okay? That's all I can do is worry about me. I'm glad my kids are grown. I don't have time to worry about nobody else, nor do I want to. I may laugh and kiki about it, but I ain't got time to be monitoring where you at in your station in life and mine, and let me see how I can pass you. That I don't work like that, right? But I know for a fact that narcissistic men think like that, and that becomes the problem. So then he starts gaslighting her. Now, let me just tell you what just came in my mind, because my ex used to do this and I didn't realize it. When she was they was fighting for the phone and all that, it probably wasn't even nobody on the phone, no number there, and it may have been. But a lot of times they will do things that they know will hurt you to gaslight you so you can act out, because that makes them feel good when you act out. And they need the drama. They need the drama. They need to be chaotic. They need to be surrounded by chaos. Why? I don't know. I guess it's attention, and that's the type of attention they like, negative attention. But I know this for a fact. They need the chaos. Once I realized that in my own relationship, that all he want to do is argue. Like, we sitting there cool. I'm having a good time. We could be out anything. You want to argue. I was like, this don't make no sense. And I stopped even talking to him. Now, that's crazy on my part because I was in a house with somebody. I don't even have to talk to you. You're invisible to me. Very invisible. Do what you need to do for the house and for me. Put the money on the wood and go head on, right? That's insane. But I'm telling you, that's where I was at, right? So that's the problem. And she explained that. And she has her house, he has his. Because I was like, are they? And I think they live somewhere down in near Atlanta. They live somewhere down there, right? And she's going on with her life. Now, she says she's got deals going. And the people, whoever the people are, sponsors, whoever they are, corporations, businesses, reached out to her, right? And not him. See, he wanted to be a package. He wanted to be just him or either a package deal. And they just wanted her. That's a problem for him. She went into details and explaining it. Makes sense. If that's the truth, it makes sense. I am going to go with that's what's going on, right? Because, we've all seen, we've all done it. The man ain't did you right and did you bad. You done told the world, now you back with him. That's your life, right? She said that is not the case. That is not the case. She's going on. She's got bigger and greater things. People are wanting her. They flying her out. She's doing stuff. And good for her. As should be, right? As should be. I wish her well, right? And I hope she continues on her path to greatness, right? Whatever that looks like, whether it's with him or without him, right? But just by watching, don't know these folks, ain't been in their presence. Just by watching, I can tell that he's, the man is the dominant one and he's the head. But I can tell it's much more than that. It's more control. He was a controlling individual. Yes, your man is supposed to be the head. Yes, your man is supposed to be the leader. He's supposed to be all of that. But there's a difference. See, and sometimes men get that confused, right? That don't mean you own me and you control me and I'm a puppet. That ain't what that means. Or a robot. That's not what that means, right? So anyway, she got on there to let us know that she's doing her thing and she's going to eventually be doing it without him, all right? She got her house. She fixed it up. She's doing this. She's doing that. And I'm happy for her because when you with a man should make your life easier and make you happy, period. You should do the same for him, right? Whenever that stops on either part, then you got to check it out and see if you can fix it or move on. Two things to do. Check it out, fix it, or move on. Don't stay in it in the current condition. That's what you don't do, right? Life is too short for that. So I said, okay, kudos to you, sis. Little sis is moving on. She looks good. She looks fabulous. She seems happy. Like I said, I watched several of her videos this past week, and she did quite a few of them the last few days. I said, this is what happy looks like. Whether it's temporary or permanent, this is what happy looks like, right? That on the steps looked like she was in a sunken place. That wasn't it. That wasn't it, y'all. That wasn't it. So I'm happy if that is the case. I am happy for her, and she moves on. Like, you never know. Listen, I know people. I live in fairy tale land, as y'all all know, right? I'm living in a fairy tale world, right? Most times, I make my dream come true. This is hard, but 9 times out of 10, I try to make my dream come true. I'm working hard at it, right? Working hard at some dreams now. And it's rough. I ain't gonna tell you it's rough, but I got a PhD in rough, right? So I just, I was talking to one of my girlfriends last night. She said, you say things, the trauma things, so matter-of-factly. Didn't realize that, but that's what it is. I'm affected by it in the inside while I'm getting therapy, right? But I guess I don't show it on the outside because that's not what I've done. I keep it to myself, right? And I don't really expound on it because a lot of times, whatever you get, that's why I kind of commend her and I kind of want her to be quiet. But I hope she don't keep addressing him. Just let us see you shine. We'll see you shine, right? Because when you're trying to get over something, this is how I think. When you're trying to get over something, don't keep rehashing, hence why I would keep stuff to myself. But now I'm not a professional. I'm in therapy. I got my second therapy session tomorrow. Don't know if that's the right way to go, but I'm going to find out, right? I know that I want to release some things and move on with my life and not let it be a block. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not let it be a block. And when I thought I was stuffing it and not talking about it and moving on with my life, it's still there, right? And it'll stop you. You know, it'll stop you. The reason why it's taking me so long to write is because I will get to a, it happens all the time. I get to a space and then I go deep into memory lane and think about stuff I hadn't thought about, and it consumes me. It consumes me, right? I don't want that to happen. Even though I am at a better place now than I was 10 years ago, or however many years, maybe 15 now, when I first started to write and think about, you know, telling my story. But the story wasn't ready to be told at that point. That's another thing. So, you know, you got to work through these things, and you need to be as happy and peaceful and joyous as you can be. And really, that's all I want. You know, when I talk to guys and I tell them all I want is peace and love and happiness. Like, you can't bring me no drama. Don't want it. Ain't accepting it. Ain't receiving it. None of that, right? I'm at a stage in my life, all I want to do is be happy. I don't care if I got a dime. I don't care. I'm going to be happy as happy can be. And whatever that is to make me be happy, that's what I'm going to do. And I suggest everyone do the same. So I'm hoping that's what she's doing, making herself be happy, right? You know, I know a lot of women think, you know, if you lose your man, it's the end of the world. Or if you don't have a man, you're not a woman. But that's not true. We all want one. Just got to get the right one, right? So anyway, that's this on that on Miss Latruth. I'm wishing her well. And I hope everything goes good for her. All right, y'all. Listen, hit the like button, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Tell a friend, right? But just stay with me, y'all. Okay? All right, y'all. Everybody be cool.